and welcome back everybody to the Duchy of Drive. Today I've got for you the Fame Studio Reverb. It's a 50-watt tube amplifier with 2 channels and a spring reverb. And the coolest thing about it, I only paid 230 euros for it. The explanation is quite simple. I bought it on the used market. I personally really like buying used stuff because, first of all, you get so much more for your money. You get to know interesting people on the run. And third, if you happen to not like what you bought in the end, you can get rid of it for approximately the same price. However, I personally follow a simple rule when I buy used gear. Always test before you buy. That means always buy directly from the seller. No postal, nothing like it. So I sometimes really drive a few hundred kilometers for the stuff I want, but it's really minimizing the risk of buying broken stuff. So let's get back to the topic of this video and look at this amplifier in a little more detail. For those of you who don't know about Fame, it's a company brand of the German music store. A few years ago, they teamed up with the Polish amplifier manufacturer Laboga and relabeled some of their amps as Fame amps. They were quite cheap at the music store, so the Studio Reverb you could grab for 444 euros, while the Laboga label Studio Reverb amp was around 700-750 euros as far as I could research. It's a 50-watt all-tube amp with 4 EL84s in the power stage and 2 12AX7 in the preamp stage. It's got a common EQ for both channels and also features a spring reverb. On the front panel you find the power switch, the standby switch, then there is a master section with a master volume control, the reverb control, then there is a common EQ with highs, mids and bass. After that you find the drive section with separate drive volume, drive gain, and then there is a clean volume control. For both channels you also have a bright switch. Also on the front panel you find the channel selector switch and a foot switch input jack, as well as the input for your guitar. On the back side you have the connector for your power supply. Then you find a balanced line out if you want to go into the PA directly. After that you have a serial effects loop, send and return, and 2 connectors for external speaker cabinets, 116 ohm, 180. One thing to mention about my amplifier is it was modded with a separate input jack for an additional foot switch to switch on and off the reverb. Okay, let's get some sounds out of this fun machine. I'll be running it through my 4x12 cab with Celestian greenback speakers, mic'd up with the Sennheiser E609. Let's see what the reverb can do. Set it to max. For the clean channel, it can get into a nice crunch if you crank it. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe adjust the master a little bit downwards. Give it a little bit more. With humbuckers you get a lot more drive out of the clean channel. All right, maybe try the switch. So it really boosts the mids. Okay, going over to the drive channel. Get a nice little rock sound out of it. With the reverb cranked, so far a solid rock and punk machine. If you want to dive into the metal territory with it, maybe you need a pedal. I just use an overdrive, a Digitech Bad Monkey now. We'll see what we can get out of it. Alright, that's your Fame Studio Reverb. If you liked it, you can find it on the used market sometimes, especially in Germany. In other parts of the world, maybe better search for the Laboga Studio Reverb. If you're also into buying used gear, stay tuned. I intend to extend the series of secondhand rock. And if you liked what you saw, please leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, post them in the comments down below. See you next time, guys!